Hey guys. All right, today we'll use Amici. I think this is the first time I've used this soap. Um, Not only on camera, but also period. This is brand spanking new. So Amici, you can buy it on ItalianBarber.com, and it's $2.99, $2.99 for this soap. It's 5 ounces. You get a tub of 5 ounces, and that comes out to 60 cents an ounce. This is a vegan-based soap. There's no tallow in here. The scent, I have notes here. I'm going to tell you what I get from it, and then I'll kind of give you what they say the scent is. This is a very citrus-forward scent for me. I definitely get grapefruit, and I definitely get kind of like a lemon lime type thing. But that's all I pick up out of here. Now, what they say on Italian Barber's website is they say that there's red grapefruit, lemon. I get those. Orange. I mean, there's the citrus in there, so I guess you could say orange. I don't really necessarily pick out orange specifically. Spices, amber, musk, hay, tonka bean, vanilla, patchouli. But again, I definitely get grapefruit out of this. It's not as a pronounced grapefruit as, say, Taylor of Old Bond Street's grapefruit, which is right here. It's not as pronounced as that, but it you definitely know it's grapefruit. And then, the lemon slash lime citrus. The reason I'm using this soap is because my last shave, I had 3 soaps, and I asked in the video to go ahead and comment what you wanted to see me shave with next. And I'm going to botch your name, and I'm sorry. Linguophile88. He was actually the only one to vote, but yeah, so Linguophile88 picked Amici, so that's what I'm using today. Also, I spoke with Chris. I'm sorry, not Chris. I've been speaking with a Chris, that's why. But Josh the Great messaged, left comments on my last video as well, and he just found a razor in his cupboard somewhere. So he wanted to know, how to know if it's sharp enough to shave with, and then basically kind of like a technique. So while I may not use proper technique all the time, I do know the proper technique while shaving. Again, I just may not necessarily use it all the time. So it's one of those do as I say, not as I do type things. So yeah, I'll kind of go over some of that with you, Josh. So that is what I have here for the load. I'm gonna wet my face. And before I start shaving, I will go over the next 3 soaps that I'll do a shave with. I'll let you guys pick. All right. So we have, I don't know, let's pick. Let's go with Declaration Grooming, A&D, and what's something I haven't used in a while? Vijan. So these are the next 3 you can vote on. Vijan, which is a icy mint tea tree oil tube. I think you can find this on Italian Barber as well, very cheap. A&E St. Bart's Peter Charcalis soap. This is by far my favorite scent that I have, at least here. And then Declaration Grooming's After the Rain. This is not the milk steak base. This is the one previous to the milk steak. I mean, it's great itself. So put these back in here. Those are the options for the next shave. If you guys want to vote on that. For this not being a tallow soap, it really is nice. Lathers up nicely. Smells great. All right. The goatee is getting to the point again where it's kind of it's getting to that length where it's kind of annoying me. And it doesn't annoy me during the day. Like right now, it's perfectly fine. I've already gone through the itchy stage, so there's no itchiness. There's no, it doesn't hurt or anything. But at night, when I'm laying down in bed, and like I'm laying on the side, I sleep with my stomach, so, You know, when this is like smushing into my face, it's kind of, I guess I could say it's different. The scent off of the actual soap is, well, whatever, I can get that off. Scent on the actual soap is, I'd say off the puck, about 4.5 to 5. Lathering it here on my face though, it's a bit stronger. I'd say about 5.5. From Razor Rock or Italian Barber, my favorite scent that I have at least is the Stallion. I just really like that oud scent. Really, really like that oud scent. But like I said, I have 5. I have Amici. I have the Stallion. I have, what is this one? Caribbean Holiday. Z Pepino. This one's actually my second favorite. And then I have Don Marco, which is a Neroli forward scent. And you can get all these soaps like very, very cheap. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Very, very cheap. So, like I said, ItalianBarber.com if you're interested in any of those. I have absolutely no affiliation. They don't even know who I am. So I just like their products because they're inexpensive and they work very well. I think out of all the soaps that I have from them though, the Stallion is the only one that has tallow in it. The rest are of this vegan base. So all right, we're going with another gold dollar today. This is my gold dollar 1996, and it has the red acrylic scales on it, which I like. I like how they look. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of marbling in the scales. Again, I don't know if it actually comes through on the camera. Maybe right there you can kind of see a little bit of the marbling. Again, they're acrylic scales, they're cheap, but they look, to me, they look decent. For the price, you can't really beat it. Oh, so I'm supposed to be showing Josh. Okay. So the spine of the razor here, always keep that as close to your face as you can. And I'm no expert. Like I said, my technique a lot of the time is not the greatest. But this is what you want to do to have good technique. You want to keep the spine up here as close to your face as you can. And you always want to just take it slow, nice and easy. Because whenever you get in a rush is when you will catch yourself. I promise you, you will catch yourself. I've done it. I had a terrible cut over here. Actually, I think Josh asked for the video of me cutting myself. I'm not. I was very upset that that's not gonna be uploaded. But and then you could, as far as your passes, typically, you're going to want to go with the grain the first pass. After that, it's up to you. Some people go against the grain the second pass. It really just depends on the person. Depends on the person and what you feel comfortable with. But always just make sure you're taking your time. Never rush with a straight. You could rush with a cartridge, you know. You could slap on some cream and be done with a cartridge in 5 minutes. But the cartridge has a lot of safety features that don't allow it to split your face wide open. Straight razor, not so much. So that's what I do with my first pass. My first pass is just basically all going down. My second pass, used to be going against the grain. And then I stopped that and I started going across the grain first and then against the grain on the very last pass. So this next pass, when I go from my ears to the inside of the goatee, that's across the grain for me. Another thing you don't want to do is don't push the straight into the skin. So turn off the water. Even when you're going, against the grain, if you got to make sure that the spine is always not necessarily equal to the blade, but because you have to have some angle on there to cut. But you never want to really push the edge of the blade into the skin. Just let it work itself. Badger hair. And then stretching your skin is also a pretty big part of straight razor shaving. I don't do enough of it, I know, but it's definitely needed for a very smooth shave, and also, in my opinion, it does help with to keep the skin tight, so you have less chance of cutting yourself. Two passes down, one to go. All right. Just ordered a build your own brush from Maggart's. I don't know when it'll be in. It says 3 to 5 days shipping, because I wasn't going to pay an extra $10 to have it here between 1 and 3 days. So yeah, I should have it by some point next week. It's a Badger. I wanted a good Badger. This Badger's good for the money. I think I bought this, like I said, I bought this when I first started, and it was like $20, $22, something like that. Not over $25. And for a Badger brush to be that cheap, you'd think, well, that's a garbage Badger brush, but it's really not. This brush has been, and this is, how much soap do I have in here? That's probably another pass right there. Maybe, I wouldn't say 2. It's just 1 pass. So that brush is The Escali is definitely great for the money, a great beginner's brush. I just want something a bit more luxurious. All right, we'll finish her up. Now on my neck, I have a spiral here and a spiral over here, so I kind of have to go at different angles on my neck to get it smooth. And this is the against the grain part. Most of the time I dislike this pass. Just because this is where you really have a chance to really cut yourself if you're not doing proper technique and keeping that spine close to your face. Same thing on the opposite side. Little cut there, or nick, whatever that is. Weeper, I think. There's really no cut or nick. There's no pain. Just a weeper. And on this pass, I typically will stretch the skin here. Because if not, like I said, if you start working up here and your skin just kind of like keeps going up and up, eventually it's gonna fall back down, and it's gonna fall down right on the blade. So. Oh, we are good. That's another good shave, except for that little weeper down here. I can definitely tell. I don't know how many straight razor shaves I've done, but I can definitely tell that I'm much better than initially, and it's definitely rewarding and satisfying whenever you get it down. You know, just from where I started, just doing my cheeks only, all the way up to now where I can do my entire face, and really not have any cuts or nicks or anything that's painful like I did in the beginning. So we're going to finish off with Fine Platinum. Fine Platinum. This scent is... This is nice. Again, I've smelled Creative Ventus in passing. I don't remember exactly how it smells, but I believe this is close. And this smells amazing. Oh yeah. If you have a bad shave, you will know it with this stuff. Tons of alcohol, but the scent is incredible on this. All right, guys, that's the shave. If you haven't already and you made it this far, go ahead and drop a like for me. You don't have to. It is what it is. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next shave.